pointing aspect of the bolt start. Kucherov.
Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and this is one of the pristine radios that Jeff King loaned me to do some reviews on my show. This particular radio is a GE alarm clock. It was built around 1950, and he believes that it uses integrated circuits. And I had one like this, similar, like this, but mine, I say similar because I recognize this clock. But mine was in a wooden box that was falling apart because it had gotten wet. The radio didn't work because the chassis had gotten wet and corroding. And so I took the clock mechanism out, which will drive, and I got it on the back here, turn it the other way, which drives a switch, get out of here, a switch down here, so that you can, like, I think it was probably used to turn on your coffee pot in the morning. So that's how mine worked. But the radio was shot and the cabinet was shot. So what I did is I took out the mechanism here. I wired it up to a regular AC outlet socket, a two-position outlet socket. I put it in a pretty crummy looking box that I made. It was really crude. I put a handle from a suitcase on it, and I used that for a long time for controlling little projects. And it worked great. The clock worked great. Now let me tell you a little about the clock mechanism. Down here, this switch down here goes in three positions. It's either automatic, off, and manual or on. And this controls the output switch on the back, and it also controls the radio. This one over here is a timer, so that you can use this radio to set a sleep timer. You just crank in the time here, and then after whatever minutes you've set, it will turn off the radio and what's connected in the back. And then this one up here at the top is for setting the alarm. It also has an alarm. And so it has two clock face dials here. The outside one is the time of day. The inside one is the timer for the clock and for turning an appliance on or the radio on. And then in the back, I just noticed there is a switch, and I hope it's marked because I don't know what it's for. And if it's marked, I can't read it. I don't know what that switch is for. Maybe that switch is to disable this AC output, so that when you're using this as just an alarm clock or something, it doesn't engage this. I think that's what that's for. I don't see any markings on it, but I'm guessing that's what it's for. And Jeff will probably correct me in the comments below this video. This radio, now Jeff has a detailing business, and he does detailed work on cars and trucks and boats. This radio looks like he did a detailed job because it is really pretty shiny white. This is plastic. The other thing is, talking about corrections, the other thing is Jeff sent me some corrections about a half hour ago about statements I made in the previous show about these radios. Number one, I said he has hundreds of small and large radios. Well, he says he's got less than 100, and all of them don't work. And so he's, over the years, been in the process of getting them fixed. I believe this one is one that he got fixed and picked up on the way to my house. It's about halfway, where he gets them repaired, it's about halfway between Jacksonville and Clearwater. So I think this is one he had repaired. There is a note on the back that says the capacitors were replaced, so apparently it had some bad capacitors. So he corrected me, and he says about 2/3 of his radios he gets for like peanuts, and then he gets them fixed, or he shines them up like this one here, and so he doesn't have 100 perfect, pristine radios. So I just want to make that correction. All right, so I think that's about it. Let me give you a little close up here. I'll see if I can zoom in. There we go. I may have to move the camera a little bit. Come down a little bit. And this is all pristine in here. There's no fogging of the plastic. There's no pitting of the metal here or the chrome plating here. All the buttons are perfect. I mean, this is a perfect radio, and as you heard, sounds great.
While Milwaukee has won 11 in a row.
In fact, we could just quickly scan the band here. This is AM only.
To come along with it, safety and everything else.
Now let me say one thing. This is a tube radio. I think it's a tube radio. I think I saw tubes in the back. Even though he had given me in his notes said integrated circuits. Yeah, I see tubes back there. So maybe he was talking about a different radio. But this is a tube radio. It's probably a what they call a 5-tuber type tube radio. But one thing that you'll notice now, normally if I'm trying to listen to AM or medium wave in this office with 6 or 7 computers running, router, modem, all kinds of other devices, I can't use that radio because there's so much RF noise in here, just blasting in and just wiping out any of these small radios, these small handheld radios, newer ones. Well, this one doesn't have that problem, as you could hear.
Dallas County at 98.3 FM.
Good morning, Mike.
So there you go. It's working perfect. That's it. I think I covered everything. I want to thank Jeff once again for loaning these radios. I got 5 more to review, which I will do. This one, it really stood out, so I wanted to do this one first. Pretty cool. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up, and have a great day. Bye-bye.